Hey everybody, welcome. Today we have more EBT meltdowns as the government shutdown continues.
I have had no food in my home for 10 days. And to everyone telling me to get a job and that this is my fault, no. This is your responsibility as a taxpayer to support me and my 6 babies. This is your fault. My food stamps were...
Oh, no.
This here's straight up ridiculous, y'all. How dare they try taking my food stamps away? I pay my taxes, I do right, and now this corrupt system think I don't deserve to eat. Ma'am, I've had it up to here. Someone better fix this pronto. I want a manager right.
Starting next month, if you work at like a grocery store or anywhere that sells like, food like that you can get with stamps, and you see somebody taking food for their family, their kids, and you tell on them, then you are a lame, brown-nosing, boot-licking little biatch, okay? If your loyalty is to a billion-dollar company over your community, your friends, your neighbors, your family, then you suck. Because starting in November, if this shutdown is not taken care of, millions of people will lose their SNAP and EBT benefits. They will be hungry. Children in America, hungry. And if you see somebody taking something that they need to feed their family, then you are the worst kind of person, okay? I'm just saying, like, food should be a human right anyways, okay? Like, I don't know. But please don't be that loser, okay? Don't be that loser.
I know damn well the rich-ass black community ain't crying over food stamp benefits and welfare money. I just know the rich ass, designer-wearing ass, trick-taking, wig-wearing, nail-wearing, lash-wearing, 3 chains on, Rick Owens stepping, Balenciaga stepping, new shoe drop stepping, 1942 and Don Julio buying, big timing, black community, and crying over no motherfucking food stamps and welfare money. Next motherfucking
She's talking about the welfare recipients, the career lifelong welfare recipients who knows the game so well that they are able to purchase luxury items and more. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the people who understands the system, manipulate it so much so that they're able to live in a Section 8 housing and own $100,000 cars using their welfare money to buy luxury items. And this just does not apply to the black community. It applies to every single race who knows the game very well. And yet they're still crying on social media about SNAP benefits.
40 million Americans are about to lose their SNAP benefits beginning November 1st. And I want to talk particularly about the Democrats' response to this, and not because I think the Republicans are handling this situation any better, but because I kind of want to poke some holes in the things that the Democrats are saying in hopes of waking some of you guys up. There is a popular phrase that used to be said in politics a lot, and I think some of you guys could use a refresher in hearing this, okay? The Republicans don't care about social issues. The Democrats are better at pretending to care about social issues. Do you get where I'm going with this? The Democrats are very, very good at the emotional appeal, okay? They will say things to you like, 40 million Americans are about to lose access to being able to eat when this program ends. And you hear that and you go, oh my God, that's terrible. And it is terrible. The thing is, though, for as much as the Republicans have a hand in this situation that is being created, so do the Democrats. They are just better at sliding under the radar by pretending to care about these issues. Because while they are playing to these emotional arguments and getting your emotions all charged around this situation, they are purposely trying to avoid you asking 2 very important questions. First question being, why are so many Americans living off of supplemental government income that is supposed to be temporary? It is supposed to be a safety net for when you fall on hard times, okay? If there are truly that many sick people, if there are 40 million sick people in America that are not able to work, why are we not addressing this? That is an issue. The second question being, if in fact it does come to light that maybe the majority of these people, or even half of these people, are just abusing a system that is there for people who truly need it, why are you not more for getting these people off and giving more of the money to the people who actually need it? Because need I remind you that, like I said, these programs are supposed to be temporary while you are finding something to supplement the income that you previously lost. And in case you didn't remember, there is no such thing as government funded, okay? The government does not generate revenue. Taxpayers generate revenue. Economic stability generates revenue. If 40 million plus Americans are not generating any wealth in the economy, then yes, the money is going to run out. Because it's starting to seem like there are a lot of people in this country who want to benefit off of having a wealthy economy and having a wealthy government, yet they don't want to contribute to that in any sort of way whatsoever. The problem I have with the Democrats especially looming these like doomsday scenarios over people's heads is because a lot of them have already come out and said publicly that the only reason that they are even extending this government shutdown is to have leverage. It is the only leverage they have, and so they are using it and leaving millions of Americans' lives in the balance. And not only that, but they have money to fund all of these private jets and these private motorcades to show up at your protest and to show up to their little Fight the Oligarchy tours. They have $20 million to spend on why young conservative men don't like them. They have money to put abortion clinics outside of the DNC, and Gavin Newsom just pledged like $120 million to keep Planned Parenthood funded, while meanwhile there are people in his state that still don't have houses. He still has not given any money to restore the Palisades. They have all this money to fund all of that, but they have no money to fund the poor and needy that they say that they are advocating for. They care more about you having access to an abortion than they do about you having access to food and a home. If they want to put their money where their mouth is, what they should do is take a page out of their own playbook. Instead of funding abortion trucks outside of the DNC, they should fund food shelters. They should fund mobile food services for the poor and needy in low-income neighborhoods. Or maybe they could take a page out of Trump's playbook and donate their salaries to some of these food shelters, to some of these clinics for people that need health care. It's real funny to me how they'll go on all these news stations and they'll go on all these Fight the Oligarchy tours and they'll beg for your donations, but where do you think that money is going? Because none of it is coming back to you. I know at the beginning I said that the Republicans are not handling the situation any better, but they kind of are, because Trump has been about the military since day one of this administration, okay? He has given a lot of praise to the military. And once he found out that they were not going to get paychecks and the Congress was still going to get paychecks, he found a private donor, another Republican man, to fund their paychecks. Trump also already pledged a couple of months ago that he was going to use some of the tariff revenue in order to fund WIC so that WIC would not run out. So I guarantee you, if he can find a way to do the same thing with SNAP benefits, he will do it. And not only that, but you have a lot of hard-working people who are still poor getting on TikTok every single day now that they know that people's benefits are going to run out, and they are showing you how to meal plan, how to shop, how to cook on a budget. And I would guarantee you that a lot of these people who are showing this stuff to you are probably Republicans, are probably MAGA voters. There are plenty of people who are out there trying to help you, trying to give you the tools that you need to survive and not be dependent on the government. Yet you don't want to hear them because the Democrats tell you to worry about Trump and his stupid ballroom, which is also privately funded and didn't use any of our taxpayer money. Now, I am not saying that both sides don't need to get their freaking butts to the table and start negotiating and make something happen. Both sides have a part to play in this, okay? But there is clearly one side right now that actually cares about this issue versus the other side who is just being performative about it. The way I look at it right now, the CR has already passed the Senate, okay? The Senate has done their job. They're not to blame. Once it passes the House and it gets passed on to Trump for him to sign, if he doesn't sign it, then yes, Trump will be to blame. But right now, as it sits, it is in the House, and the people in the House are the ones refusing to vote on it. They are the ones to blame. And yes, even though the Republicans also control the House, that does not mean that there are not people in there that are personally invested in keeping them from making any progress. So I'm not saying that, just because this is the case that you need to be a Republican or vote Republican or you need to fully embrace MAGA, but be a critical thinker and just wake up to some of the games that the Democrats are playing right in your face, please.
Tell me this is not a real thing. People are actually thinking about robbing other people out of their groceries, waiting on them outside to come out with their groceries, and you thinking about robbing them for it? Man, listen, let me tell you something. Don't put yourself in danger, in harm's way to go to jail or get hurt to rob somebody out of their groceries. People out here work hard for their money, trying to provide and feed their family. Everybody didn't have government assistance. Won't you go ahead on and follow the guidelines that they put in place? Work the 20 hours, the 30 hours to keep what you got. But to think about going out there and robbing somebody out of their groceries, why would you even do? I pray and hope nobody is not actually trying to see that type of activity through. That don't make no sense. Just the thought of it. You gotta look over your shoulder, left and right, going to your car with your grocery basket. Dang,
My kids have not eaten in 5 days. It is the taxpayer's responsibility to take care of my kids. They cutting off EBT since the shutdown. I can't use EBT in November. I got 7 kids with 7 daddies. Who's supposed to feed them? Them men ain't paying for nothing.
They cut my motherfucking food stamps to $85 fucking from $738. How the fuck that's supposed to support a household of 3?
My EBT does not pay for anything sweet anymore. And
What the fuck you mean? Who ain't getting that goddamn food stamps in goddamn November?
Welcome to the real world.
You have 1 week to use your EBT card.
Hell no. No.
Spend those EBT cards now, before the 1st, because the cards will be cut off.
No. I refuse. No.
Oh my God.
I got kids at home. What am I supposed to do? Starve to death?
Ma'am.
No, I ain't leaving this here. I said what I said. I'm leaving with it, all of it. Y'all can call the cops if you want to. Jesus. My husband's in the Uber waiting right outside. You think I'm joking?
Ma'am, please.
I'm gone.